Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. I finally had the time to go over this assembly line video that Aptera presented to the ambassadors back before the fully charged. You can find the entire segment on Raj Giandeep's Aptera factory tour video. I'll link his video in the description below. So this was shown to the ambassadors and was released. I'm assuming okay to be released to the public because it's been out for over a month now. And I asked Aptera to send me or give me access to the high definition file of this video, but they said they could not release that video, the high definition video. I informed them that it was a video of the video taken through a camera that they showed to the ambassadors was available, and they said that's okay, but they couldn't provide me the high def video. So anyway, I'm gonna just run through the video from Raj's video, and I think that it would be good for you guys to watch if you're interested to watch that segment. It starts at about 3 minutes and 46 seconds on his video, and Chris Anthony goes through the describing what's happening. But I'll go through and I've watched this about 10 times now, and there's a couple of things that stick out to me. And I'm probably reading way too much into this video because it is just a render, and I don't know how much you can read into it, but you know, it's fun to look at and think about. So here's obviously their battery packs. I'm assuming that their battery packs are being made at this final assembly plant. Um, Maybe the individual welding is not happening there, but it looks like they're definitely loading it into the battery packs into the module at the final assembly plant. So you see here, they are loading them into the battery pack module here, right there. And then at this point, after all of them are loaded, they're going to seal it up and they're going to stick it into right here. They're going to load it on the AGV. So here's the AGV, and station number 1, they're going to mate the rear suspension. And there's a couple of spelling errors. That's not the correct way to spell suspension. Rear suspension to AGV, and then they're going to mount the monocoque to the assembly. Now, if you look at this monocoque, it's a little bit different because you'll see in the next films where it goes to station 3, it's not the same as this. The color is different. This one looks like this one already has the roof panel on there. The nose cone looks partially put on, and this back part doesn't have the end of the tub that you see in the next next station. So just remember what that looked like. And we swing around. Here's some parts, I guess, that they're going to keep in there. And look at, this is station 3. And look at how this one looks different. This is not white, it's black. And if you look closely at the end, see, it's got a tub in here. It's not squared off. So I'm going to go back to the video, go back here. See, it's white and there's no tub here. Whereas here, there's like a little tub. There's an end to the tub here. So that's a little different. Also looks like this rear suspension is floating in the air, and then this part is floating in the air. But of course, that's just kind of glitches of the render. So I don't know if I'm overreading into this. So they go in here, harness, HVAC, brake systems are put on here, interior trim is put on. So now you see, you know, seats, yoke, screens, trunk deck is put in. If you go back to the first one, you see that there's probably not as much room under the rear trunk lid as you would think. I'm going to switch back here. Yes, it's a little hard to tell because it's dark, but this isn't tremendously deep. I guess it's a little deep right here, right behind the front seats, where the front seats would go. But most of it is fairly shallow because I think you have to give room for the rear suspension. Then here, more HVAC components, and this is should be thermal components, but it's like thermanal components. And then high voltage cables, low voltage cables, coolant circuit hoses are put in. This all looks, like it's progressing. Door, windshield, deck lid, nose cone, wiper arms, control cameras, and the exterior panels. Okay, so this is where we see some exterior changes. We go from here to here. This looks very similar to the Gamma that we saw, where you see this kind of rear part here, and the old Chevron solar cells were put on right here. And you see this rear tub ends right here. This is where it gets a little weird. In station 11, the the rear the rear hatch looks different. Like it doesn't end here. If we go look at what we would expect here, like see before the rear hatch ended right here, and there was chevrons. Now we know they're getting rid of the chevrons. Okay, but this one goes all the way to the end. So I don't know if is that the Delta design? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a glitch in the render, but I don't think it would be that hard to, put in this render. So I don't know why it's like this. And then the rest of it, they put the nose cone on. And then they swing around here. This is where they put their fluids in. Again, this rear hatch goes all the way to the end. This rear hatch design, if they are changing to this, would mean a couple of things. They haven't finalized the exterior design of the vehicle with Gamma, and they would have to change the composite shell to accommodate this, because this would be a different shape. This would allow a few more solar panels on the back, and I think it would make the loading of the rear deck easier, because with this way, when you load things from the back, you would scuff up this rear deck on the exterior. But if it's like this and the whole thing latches up from here, then you wouldn't be scuffing anything as you load in the rear deck. So I kind of like this design for those reasons. But of course, I might just be reading too much into this the renders, and that may not mean anything. And then here finally they put on the wheel covers here, and you still see the logo here, and they've said that they are going to remove the logos on this vehicle. So maybe this isn't Gamma, I'm Delta, and maybe this is an old render that they've put in here for some reason. And that's the end of the tour. So the main thing I makes me wonder is, if you look at this first model looks like it would fit that rear deck that goes all the way to the end. If you look at this, it goes flush to the end here. So this may represent an old render or the new Delta. And if that hood design is different, that could mean that that we would have less scuffing at the rear deck. So tell me what you guys think. Do you think this is just an old render of an old model, or this might represent the new Delta design? And if it is, do you like this new design better, or do you think that they should stay with this? So which rear deck lid design do you like? This hatch design, this or this? All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I totally off base reading too much into this? Or is this the new Delta? Or is Delta going to look like this? And which one do you like better? All right, thanks for watching, guys. And thanks to all of our supporting members. Really appreciate everything you guys do. And have a great day.